that's what that gives you. It gives you the dome-shaped design. That's something which you can do it always yourself. You don't need anybody's help, and that's the easiest way of plonking the flowers in the vase. And because when we, the florists, receive the flowers, so they always come with the leaves, so we do clean them. So you have that when you get them from the florist. So just keep following this spiral. I need to break the flowers out. I have a mixture here of pink and just a few white lilies. And I know the scent of them is incredibly wonderful when they open. So some of the leaves are going to be floppy on the transportation. So we're just going to remove them. And if we finish everything, so girls, again, just follow the spiral. The leaves are just going to finish the whole thing. And it's as simple as that. When the spiral is done, you can always keep them higher, and they just hold each other and hold. So you see, you can just even turn the vase. Done that, and then you look through the leaves, and you just pull the leaves out, and there's your vase is finished. I think every time when you have that, you can do it. It's the most easiest part when you work with the flowers. If you go for one type of the flower, if you go with one type of the flower, any design you make, it gives you a statement. So you don't have the whole variety of the different flowers. You make a statement. But please, 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 do always remember about the greenery. You have to find the way, like we do find the way with the haircut and everything else. And we're going to change it from time to time. So it's the same thing. You can change the things. You can change the greenery. You just try to develop different love to different things. So that is your number one. Bend like that. And it's just incredible. The nature, you know, you cannot control it. It just does whatever it wants to do. Like us, girls. Who can control us? So, and then just go round and round and round. Just find the places where you would like to put the greenery. The one thing, please, 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 don't be frightened of flowers. Don't be frightened of them. Because I remember how horrified I was first time when I walked into the flower shop and they gave me the job, and the girl just looked at me like that. She said, "So what are you waiting for? Go get them." I thought, "No, they're just going to break." And she said, "No, they're not that small and they're not that soft, you know, they're not going to break." So, yeah, but now I'm not frightened of them. Where is my... I worked out for all my designs I have 12 minutes, but because I do talk a lot, I'm thinking, am I losing some time? So all we do is just we go round and round and round. Where are we? That's a natural oak leaf, which you can always have. And then yesterday, I had a wonderful lady who actually cut her own eucalyptus and brought it to us as well, to the shop. I actually have quite a few people who bring things to us from their own gardens, which is wonderful. And then this leaves. It's always fun to work from yourself. So just follow this spiral. Here we go. So all you're doing is you're working out the place between the flower, between the other greenery. So, and you can see I practically put them in the same places, so it moves the other flowers, the other leaves, and then it all works out beautifully, she says. See, all the different greenery, and that's what it is here. The reason it works, the vases with the greenery, the different greenery, because that's what I said. You're bringing the nature inside, indoors, and because it's a texture. Any design, anything you do, you have to remember one thing. It's like you say, for example, when you look at the woman walking on a street, yeah, everybody started to wear leggings now. Don't you find it sometimes when it looks like, oh God, she forgot the skirt? Doesn't it look like that? It does. Well, look, my mom raised me. She always said to me, fashionable is what suits you. Yeah? It doesn't matter what kind of figure we have. It doesn't matter anything. If something suits us, then it looks beautiful. But what suits us, when you look at yourself in the mirror and it's pleasing your eye. You see, when you sometimes can work with the strange colors, yeah? Say, for example, you have a customer who said to you, she would like to have blue hydrangeas, shocking pink gladioli, and yellow sunflowers, and you think, ooh, wow, how the heck am I going to mix all that? Well, you don't. You don't mix them. You group them. You put something at the top, and of course the glass, because they're pointy, so you start with them. Then you put sunflowers because they're lighter color, so you edge everything with the darker color. And then when you look at that, because your eye is resting on it, so you can appreciate the beauty of each flower, that's when it works. So the same way like everything else. So what I'm doing now, because it's autumn, and because it's a Halloween coming soon, and we got all these nice Chinese lanterns. Please don't ask me the proper name for that thing. I have no idea.
Vases.
Yeah. That's the one. Don't ask me to pronounce that either. I mean, can you believe it, girls? I came to England 14 years ago. Could I speak English? No. So I think I've done pretty well. I do speak English now, but sometimes some of the words, seriously, well, that's challenging. So what I'm doing now, I'm just slightly adding the color to decorate all that greenery in that vase. And you can see still through that vase, and you can see it's still the spiral. You know, all our flowers in the shop, if you come to buy the flowers in the shop, you'll see all my flowers in all the vases are on spiral. It's the main rule in the shop. Mainly we don't have rules. You can do anything you want. But it's always the limit.
Spiral, yeah.
So here we are. That's your green autumnal vase. Again, for me that was the one challenging thing, because for some kind of reason my hand wouldn't hold properly flowers and make a spiral. For some people it's other different things, but that was my challenge. I put that together. And because you're using already unusual flowers like the pineapples, that already makes you it gives you the point of talking, isn't it? The people will talk about that. It's already something unusual. So all the little bits and pieces of the pistache I'm using on the sides. So if it's any florists here, please don't waste your money. You can use the little short sides for the shorter things and use the bigger ones for kids. I just want you all to remember, when you come to our shop or any other shops, all these people there, we are there to make our living. That's something which gives us the food on our table or feeds our children, you know, and gets clothes on them. So we do need to make money out of all that. Absolutely adore that. Look at this. That looks like a hat, isn't it? And it just, if you edge that, look. It's just so simple. It has 2 flowers in there. It has a pineapple and just that rose. But because that rose has this yellow with the tinge of orange and red, that gives you the whole thing, isn't it? The whole character. Tape which I put very lovely earlier. See, that's the other reason I put the dark leaf inside the vase, so you can't see any ugly tape. But what you can always do, say for example, you've got really lovely ribbon at home, then you don't have to cover anything. All you do, you tie your hand tie with the nice beautiful ribbon, and that gives you another level of the character in the vase, you know, and it looks really, really lovely. So here we are, ta-da. So that's the one, but then look, imagine again back, we've got that's our table, and then now